Hello friends, welcome to our channel Simply Mathematical. Today in this video let us do the problem 5, 6, 7 and 8 of the exercise 1.2 of the chapter 1 Relations and Functions from standard 12th. Okay. Now so let us look at the fifth problem. Show that the signum function f from r to r given by fx is equal to 1 if x is greater than 0, 0 if x is equal to 0, minus 1 if x is less than 0, is neither 1 1 nor onto. Okay, so we have to show that this function is neither 1 1 nor onto. Okay, so this signum function you have studied in the 11th standard. Okay, so it is 1 when it is when x is greater than 0. Okay, then it is 0 if x is equal to 0 and minus 1 if x is less than 0. That is the signum function. Okay, so fx is equal to 1 when x is greater than 0, 0 when x is equal to 0 and minus 1 when x is less than 0. Okay, we have to show that this function is neither 1 1 nor onto. Okay, so see, what you do is you take f at 1. Okay, that is what you can see that 1 is greater than 0, right? This is x. Okay, 1 is greater than 0. When x is greater than 0, what happens? It is 1, right? Okay, now also you consider f of 2, what it will be. See, since again 2 is, this is x, right? Okay, this 2 is greater than 0. Okay, again the value of the function is 1. Okay, so what you find is f at 1 is equal to f at 2. Okay, so since the image of the function f at two different elements 1 and 2 is the same, right? That is what? That is 1. Okay, therefore f is not 1 1. Okay, now we will prove that f is not onto. So you can look at the definition of the function. It is what? 1 when x is greater than 0, 0 when x is equal to 0, minus 1 when x is less than 0. Okay, the function is defined from r to r. Okay, this is the domain of the function and this is the codomain of the function, right? So you are taking 1 0 minus 1 from where? In the codomain, right? This 1 0 minus 1 are in the codomain. Okay, so if we take any other value other than these numbers, then you see that, suppose we take 2. Okay, so you see that you don't have any x here such that fx is equal to 2, because the definition of the function is itself what? 1 0 and minus 1. Okay, you will never get 2 here. Okay, so that is what we have to write, okay, properly. Now what you do is, let y be equal to 2 which belongs to the r, which is the codomain. Okay, 2 is there in the codomain, right? Okay, but the range set of the function is what? 1 0 and minus 1. Okay, so we are taking y equal to 2 belonging to the set r, which is the codomain. Okay, now you can see that case 1, okay, when x is greater than 0, what is f at x? Okay, suppose we want to find fx equal to y, okay, which is what? 2. Suppose we want to find x such that fx is equal to y. Okay, which is equal to 2. Okay, so what you will get here, fx is equal to 2, right? That means what? Since x is greater than 0, what is the definition of the function there? It is 1, right? So fx is 1, which is equal to 2 you are getting, okay, which is a contradiction, right? 1 is equal to 2, that can never happen, okay? So which is the contradiction. Now case 2, let suppose x is less than 0, okay? So fx is equal to 2 will imply what? Now when x is less than 0, the definition of the function is minus 1, okay? So minus 1 is equal to 2, again which is a contradiction, right? In case 3 similarly will be x is equal to 0, right? So fx is 2, so 0, because x is equal to 0, when x is equal to 0 the definition of the function is 0, right? So fx is 0, which is equal to 2, which is again a contradiction. Okay, so here you are taking every x in the domain which is the real numbers, okay? Domain is the real numbers, we are taking every x is greater than 0, x is less than 0, and x is equal to 0. All possible cases we have taken, but for all the cases we are getting a contradiction, right? So that means what? Therefore for y equal to 2 belonging to R, okay, there is no element x such that fx is equal to 2, okay? So therefore f is not on 2, right? So therefore f is neither 1 1 nor on 2, okay? So that was the problem number 5. Now let us go to the problem number 6. Okay, so the problem number 6 here is what? Let A be equal to the set 1, 2, 3. Let B be equal to the set 4, 5, 6, 7. Let F be equal to the set of all ordered pairs 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. Okay, be a function from A to B. Okay, show that F is 1, 1. So here you are given the set A as 1, 2, 3, set B as 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And the function f is given in the form of ordered pair. So 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. Okay, this is what it is given, right? See, in the 11th standard you have studied such a notation for a function, right? So we have defined the function in this way only in 11th standard. This is nothing but a relation, okay, on the set A Cartesian product with B, right? We have studied this in 11th standard. So you can write a function in this way, okay? Now what do you mean by this? This means that is f at 1 is equal to 4, then f at 2 is equal to 5, and f at 3 is equal to 6. Okay, f at 1 is equal to 4, f at 2 is equal to 5, and f at 3 is equal to 6. Okay, so that is the meaning of this. Okay, now what you get here, since these three different elements 1, 2 and 3, they are different elements, right? They are all going to three different elements, right? So you have something like this here, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1 is going to 4, 2 is going to 5 and 3 is going to 6. Okay, all three different elements are going to different 3 elements. Okay, so since all 3 different elements in the domain of F, that is 1, 2 and 3, okay, have different images, okay, that is 4, 5 and 6 respectively, okay, have 3 different images, okay, that is 4, 5 and 6 respectively. Therefore F is 1, 1. Okay, so that was the problem number 6. Now let us go to the problem number 7. So it is, in each of the following cases state whether the function is 1, 1, onto or bijective. Justify your answer. Okay, so the first function is given as this: f from R to R defined by f of x equal to 3 minus 4x. Okay, and the second is given as f from R to R defined by fx is equal to 1 plus x square. Okay, we have to prove that, we have to state whether the functions are 1, 1 onto, okay, or bijective. Okay, and you have to justify your answer. Okay, so let us first do the first problem. Okay, so that is 7, okay, 1. So the first function is given as f from R to R defined by fx is equal to 3 minus 4x. Okay, so this is a linear function. Okay, this looks like it is 1, 1 function. Now why it is, let us see. So you let fx1 be equal to fx2, right, where x1 x2 belong to the domain R. Okay, so what you will get, you will get 3 minus 4x1 is equal to 3 minus 4x2, right. So this 3 and 3 will get cancelled, you will get 4 minus 4x1 is equal to minus 4x2, right. So you divide by minus 4 on both sides. Okay, divide by minus 4 on both sides. What you will get, you will get x1 equal to x2. Okay, so we had taken fx1 is equal to fx2, we got x1 equal to x2, therefore f is 1, 1 function. Okay, now let us see if f is onto or not. This looks like it is onto. Okay, see, there is no problem because, see, we can show it like this. Now let fx be equal to y, okay, where y belongs to the codomain, that is the real numbers. Okay, now fx is what, fx is 3 minus 4x, which is equal to y. Okay, so you try to find this x. Okay, so you keep this x alone here, so what you'll get, you'll get y so you'll get this minus y, okay, plus 3 divided by 4, like this you will get. Okay, that is what, 3 minus y divided by 4. Okay, so this is what you are getting as x. Now you can see that there is no problem here, whichever y you take, this is defined, right. So this belongs to R, okay, because y belongs to R. If y belongs to R, 3 minus y by 4 will also belong to R only. Okay, right. Now what you get, for every y belong to R, there exists an element x which is equal to what, 3 minus y by 4, okay, which also belongs to R, such that fx is equal to x is what this, right? 3 minus 4 by 3 minus y by 4, which is equal to what? See, we have to substitute x now in the function. X is what? 3 minus y by 4. So you will get 3 minus 4 times 3 minus y by 4, right? So the function was 3 minus 4x. X is equal to 3 minus y by 4. So we are substituting that in x here. Okay. So this 4 and 4 will get cancelled. You will get 3 minus of bracket 3 minus y, which is equal to what? Which is 3 minus 3 plus y. Okay. Which is equal to this 3 and minus 3 will get cancelled and you will get y. Okay. So that was what you got. So you got that. Therefore f is onto. Okay. You can see here for every y belonging to R, there is an element x such that x is equal to 3 minus y by 4 belonging to the real numbers such that fx is equal to y. Okay. So therefore f is onto. Okay. Therefore f is onto. Right. So what you get is, in the first case, f is 1 1 and onto. Okay. So therefore f is bijective. Right. Now we will go to the second problem. Okay, that is fx is equal to 1 plus x square. Okay, this function is defined from R to R. Okay, so this looks like it is not 1 1 function because you have x square here. Okay, let us see why. So f at minus 1 is what? 1 plus minus 1 the whole square, which is equal to 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2, right? And f at 1 is what? 1 plus 1 the whole square, which is equal to 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2, right? So therefore f at minus 1 is equal to f at 1, and minus 1 is not equal to 1. Okay, that is this elements, two elements are different. Okay, so what we have to write? Since two different elements minus 1 and 1, okay, have same image under the function f. Okay, therefore f is not 1 1. Okay, now we have to check whether the function f is onto or not. So what you do is you take one element. Okay, so for y equal to say minus 1, okay, which belongs to the codomain, okay, which is the real numbers. Okay, so now if we want to find x such that fx is equal to y, okay, so what you will get? Fx is 1 plus x square, which is equal to minus 1, right? So you will get x square is equal to minus 2, right here. Then what you will get is x is equal to plus or minus root of minus 2. Okay, so which is equal to plus or minus root of minus 1 into root of minus 2, right, which is equal to plus or minus root of 2, and this you have studied in the 11th standard, it is equal to iota I, right? So where I is equal to root of minus 1. Okay, this you have studied in the chapter complex numbers. So root of minus 1, which is equal to I, which is called as iota. Okay, so this is what, so what you get is this, okay, does not belong to the real numbers. Okay, which does not belong to the real numbers, right? So therefore for y equal to minus 1 belonging to R, there is no element x in the domain R, okay, such that fx is equal to 1, okay, sorry, minus 1, fx is equal to minus 1, okay. So therefore f is not onto, right? So what you get, therefore f is neither 1 1 nor onto, okay. Now let us go to the 8th problem. This was the 7th problem, right? We have finished the 7th problem. Now let us go to the 8th problem. So the 8th problem is what? Let A and B be two sets, okay. So show that f from A cross B to the set B cross A such that f at A comma B is equal to B comma A is bijective function, okay. So here the sets are what? Here the sets are the Cartesian products of two sets A and B, okay. We have to show that the function defined by f at A comma B is equal to B comma A is bijective function, okay. So this is simple. So what you do is look at the function f at A comma B is B comma A, right? Now this function is defined from A cross B, that is A Cartesian product B to B Cartesian product A. So you can see that here, okay, A belongs to A and B belongs to B, okay. And here what is the thing, this B is again belonging to B and A is again belonging to A, okay, because the codomain here is B cross A, okay. So this will belong to B, this will belong to A only, okay. Now we have to show that this function is bijective, okay. So this is the same as the steps that you do in do for the other problems, right? To show that a function is 1 1, same method you have to use, okay. So let f at a1 comma b1, okay, is equal to f at a2 comma b2, right? So a1 a2 belong to A and b1 b2 belong to B, okay. So what you will get, what is the definition of the function f at A comma B is equal to B comma A. So here it will be what? B1 comma A1, right? The elements are interchanged, okay. So B goes to A goes to B, like that. So now here what happens, you will get B2 comma A2. So now when two ordered pairs are equal, when the corresponding first element is equal to the first element and the corresponding second element is equal to the second element, okay. So that is B1 is equal to B2 and A1 is equal to A2, right? So what you get is, therefore A1 comma B1 is equal to what? A1 is equal to A2, right? And B1 is equal to B2, okay. So you have taken f at a1 comma b1 equal to f at a2 comma b2 and you have proved that a1 comma b1 is equal to a2 comma b2, okay. So it is like f at x1 is equal to f at x2 and x1 is equal to x2, okay. Here only the thing is we have ordered pairs instead of one single element, okay. So therefore f is 1 1, okay. Now we have to prove that f is onto. So what you do is, let f at r comma s be equal to Okay, so what you do is, first you take an element. Okay, you take an element r comma s belonging to the codomain, which is what, b cross a, right? This is the codomain which you have. So what you will get here? Here you will have r belongs to b and s belongs to a. Okay, now we have to find what? We have to find a comma b, okay, which is equal to r comma s. Okay, so this a comma b belongs to the domain. Okay, this, but we have to still find a and b. We have taken any element, okay, in the domain. We have to find what is a comma b in terms of r and s. Okay, like how you do fx is equal to y. Okay, you find this x in terms of y, right? So we have to find this ordered pair in terms of this ordered pair. Okay, okay, so what is f at a comma b? It is equal to b comma a, right? By the definition of the function, f at a comma b is b comma a, so that is equal to r comma s. Okay, so which implies what? B is equal to r and a is equal to s. So what you get? You get this. So you can now write the element a comma b. A comma b will be what? A is equal to s and b is equal to r. Okay, so see, you can see that this s belongs to what set? It belongs to a, right? And this r belongs to which set? It belongs to b. So this will belong to a Cartesian product b, right? So what you have got is, for every r comma s belonging to the set b Cartesian product a, there exists, okay, an element. What is the element? It is a comma b, right, which is equal to what? It is s comma r. Okay, here we got, which belongs to a Cartesian product b, okay, such that f at a comma b, okay, which is equal to what? F at a is s and b is r here, right? See, here we have got that. So f at s comma r will be what? According to the function, definition of the function, it is r comma s, right? So we have got the element in this, which is in the codomain. Okay, so therefore f is on 2. Okay, so therefore f is 1 1 and on 2. So therefore f is bijective. Okay, so that was the problem number 8. Okay, so if you have liked my video, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.